Hendrix making his return here to the Houston Premier Arena. Sean Hendrix.
That's for sure. It's been a minute since he's been here, and I'm glad to have him back. We're not actually related.
Now, people ask me all the time, Houston Hendrix? No, boy. Dustin Nguyen suffering his first loss in New Texas Pro in 2024 back at New Texas Pro presents Gorgeous in Buda, Texas 2 weeks back to Max Heights. Lost his opportunity as well at the New Texas Pro Lone Star Championship. So Dustin Nguyen suffering the fate some must face, which is defeat. Something he has not been used to this year so far.
Been a pretty impressive streak from Dustin, and I know personally talking to him, he's been pretty bummed out about suffering a loss at the hands of Max Heights. See if he can get back into his winning ways here.
Hey, Max Heights, definitely no slouch. I wouldn't be upset taking a loss to Max Heights. Certainly, four-time former New Texas Pro Lone Star champion is going to get another shot at Diego de la Cruz at some point in the future. But Dustin Nguyen right now looking to get back on his high horse, taking on Houston Hendrix. And we are underway here at Texas Contender Series 36, hashtag TCX36. Use that on X, on Instagram, wherever you choose to be social on the internet. Crowd firmly behind the Wind Dragon here. Last time Houston Hendrix was here, Dustin Nguyen didn't have quite the backing that he does now. Though I'm sure Houston doing his fair share of studying tape and going for a quick win early.
In this heat, you're going to want to try to end these matches as quick as you can. It's going to drain your energy real quick.
Absolutely. Both of these gentlemen know what it's like to compete in the Houston Premier Arena in the dead of summer, even though summer really hasn't gotten started yet. It is hot as a dog here at the HPA. So a lot of these guys are going to be gearing up for many matches in the sweltering heat here in the place we call home.
Relatively in Houston, it's pretty much always summer. So, speaking of Houston, he has the wrist lock here, but he seems to be losing control here with Dustin's flashy maneuvers. That's
strong arm drag by the Wind Dragon there. Dustin Nguyen, as I said before, looking to get back on his streak. He's definitely coming into this match a little more motivated than normal. There's one person that doesn't like losing. It's definitely the Wind Dragon. Took that loss to Max Heights at Gorgeous. Very difficult. Some unique offense. Trying to adjust the joints of Houston Hendrix here.
I'm not sure Houston even knows what he needs to do to get out of this.
You might be able to graduate from high school, but this is a different school. This is the school of hard knocks. This is the school of the Texas Contender Series with Professor Nguyen.
Well, he got out of it just to get rolled right back up.
Houston getting out of the way of those swift kicks from the Wind Dragon. Like I said before, Houston Hendrix most certainly did his tape study in preparation for this match, but Dustin Nguyen also knows what he's getting himself into. Houston Hendrix making a name for himself recently in the Austin area, competing for Inspire AD with a little bit of stank on it. might be gaining some momentum in this match.
Houston's going to want to pick up a win here. He has not been successful in the past. And so just as much as Dustin wants to win, to get back on his winning ways, Houston wants to prove that he belongs in the ring.
You know, it's these buildings sometimes that people compete in. Dustin Nguyen very used to competing here in the heat, the sweltery musk of the Houston Premier Arena, the musk of these fans. So he's used to that. He's used to the smell, he's used to the sweat, he's used to the heat. Houston Hendrix has not been here in some time, so definitely does not have the home field advantage. Taking a bite out of that apple, an apple like he gives his teacher every morning. Houston Hendrix, of course, still in, is it primary, secondary? What do they call these schools? Magnet school?
I do not know.
School for the gifted?
Houston,
jeez.
Maybe from the school of gifted youngsters, but they clearly didn't teach him how to avoid that drop kick to the face.
No, his homework is going to be an Epsom salt bath, especially after that strong running European uppercut from the Wind Dragon. Roll through snapmare. We've seen this before. Kick to the back from Dustin. Go for a pin. Just a 2 count. Dustin's been firmly in control of this match so far. Houston's got to think of something here.
We have the people in the Premier Arena getting behind Houston here.
Well, I mean, this is tantamount to child abuse, and how can you really cheer child abuse?
That is true. It is a touchy subject. If there's one thing people love, it's an underdog. And Houston Hendrix being 115 pounds, is going to be an underdog in most situations.
Is that what he said? 15?
65. 100.
Oh, there we go. Oh, God! And now we're getting that flurry of offense from Houston Hendrix that we've seen before at Inspire AD. Just a 1 count on Dustin, but Houston's going to have to turn up the amperage right now and take control of this matchup, because he has found an opening and he might be able to take advantage as he climbs to the top. Start and punch the big, big head of Dustin Nguyen. Whoa! Big elbow.
Houston just recently learned how to count to 10, I believe.
In English? Spanish? Diez. Houston Hendrix paying a little too much attention to the crowd. Dustin Nguyen, not someone to sleep on. He has got to start laying in those chops. He's got to lay in something a little harder than chops if he wants to take the Wind Dragon down. But I'm sure he's very comfortable right now. Also probably getting his breath back. Uh-oh.
See, that's what you were saying.
Yeah. Oh. Trust me, folks, the heat in this building is unbearable. And to be wrestling on top of that, everybody in the back must be thinking, how am I going to be able to get my match over with faster? How can I get the fast win? I don't want to be out there for a long time. Step up enziguri by Houston Hendrix with a cover and just a 2 count. Houston Hendrix, very smart to have that headband on. I'm sure it's just drenched at the moment.
If there's one thing a Hendrix likes to do, it's wear a headband. Especially here in the Premier Arena, as you said, upwards of 100 degrees easy.
What's that real feel? That real feel right now for Dustin Nguyen is a loss of oxygen to the brain as the HBA faithful try to urge Dustin back into this matchup. Houston's got to get a better grip on that as he drags down the Wind Dragon for another. I thought he was going for a pin there, but he's keeping on that headlock. Rear chin lock.
This is another opportunity for Houston Hendrix to kind of pick his wind back up as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to leave anything to chance, especially when you're up against the Wind Dragon, as we've seen so far this year. Uh-oh. Come on, Houston. Gotta eat your Wheaties, brother. Don't let him do that, Houston! Hit him again, come on! Mind games from the Wind Dragon. Big line, back elbow. Leg lariat, and Dustin Nguyen is on fire. Trip him up and put him down with that spin kick to the back. We gotta cover, this could be it. Just a 2 count. Dustin Nguyen is feeling it right now. We've seen numerous opponents of his in this very same situation. How is Houston Hendrix going to differentiate himself from the people that the Wind Dragon has put away? Hendrix, what does your brother have to do?
He has to overcome the wind. He has to break the fighting spirit of Dustin Nguyen.
Oh, Dustin Nguyen synonymous with that fighting spirit. As Houston
might have broken a couple of teeth with those elbows.
Oh, man, thrust kick. One back at you, big boot. Houston hits the ropes, takes a forearm. Springboard back elbow. This could be it for Houston.
Hendrix getting the better of that encounter there. Not often seen with a strike exchange with Dustin.
Houston Hendrix certainly pulling out all the stops this evening as the sun sets here in Houston, Texas. I like it, I like it.
The crowd did not. Turning, uh-oh. Hendrix has lost that underdog sympathy.
Snapdragon suplex from the Wind Dragon. Folding up Houston Hendrix like an accordion. And we know what this means. Dustin Nguyen setting up for the Fatal Gale. Watch out, Houston! Oh, jeez! Houston Hendrix saving himself from that Fatal Gale with a gale of his own to the nether regions of the Wind Dragon.
Well, Hendrix has awarded Dustin his first win on this streak.
By way of disqualification. We're not sure what would have happened if the Wind Dragon hit that Fatal Gale. We've seen what's happened before. And now, choking him with that wrist tape, Houston Hendrix. Just trying to squeeze the life out of the Wind Dragon. Come on, Houston. I'd kick him again.
But it was effective.
Kick him in those dragon eggs. What's Houston setting up for now? He's going up top. We're going high ran after the bell is rung. Houston Hendrix, what are you doing? Doing a little dance. Big froggy splash. The center of the ring onto the Wind Dragon, Houston Hendrix. Making a statement tonight as the Wind Dragon lies slain in the middle of the ring.
Might not be a win in the record books, but Houston Hendrix has certainly proved his point. He might belong here with the rest of these Texas contenders.
With that JoJo Siwa attitude, a coming-of-age story for Houston Hendrix tonight as the Wind Dragon struggles to his feet as Houston Hendrix looks back at his handiwork. Well, Dustin, that's what you get. You want to play with the big boys. You're going to sometimes get kicked in the big boys. Is that right, Sean Hendrix?
Sometimes they're going to take you to school.
And then go back to school.
And then go right back to school.
Because finals ain't over yet. But it might be the final time we see the Wind Dragon and Houston Hendrix get it on. With that kind of amicability as we saw earlier in the match. Because the Wind Dragon cannot be happy. Would you be happy? I certainly wouldn't be happy.
If my little brother kicked me where he kicked Dustin, absolutely, I would not be happy.